Maddie, tell a joke.
Oh no, I'm on the spot now. Tell a joke. My career.
Hey! And with with this amazing punchline, hello and welcome to the AWKWARDCast. I invite Keyframe Wonder about random drivel. And today with us live from our studio in Scotland, MadMunchkin. Hello.
We have a studio.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's Munchkins. I don't know. Is this your bedroom, your workroom, your?
No, this is my actual. It is a studio that I work from.
This is
that
now.
I rent out.
This is now officially our studio in Scotland. Until we get another friend in Scotland, and then we have to make a compromise or something.
No, I am your only Scottish friend.
I
That's
believe
it.
I
You can't have
actually-
any other. No, you're not allowed to have any other friends that are Scottish. Sorry.
Yeah, I
There's
believe
a
that's
rule.
actually the truth. But yeah, Maddie, for the case that, in case that somebody tunes in, finds this video whatsoever, who has no clue who you are, what do you do, and why should people care?
People should care because I'm Scottish. No.
Hey, I see what
Hey,
it's like with
that's
me.
not, it's not my nationality. It's my character.
Yeah,
trait.
I mean, it's like with me with the Germanness.
No,
I built my entire career upon it.
Yeah. No, seriously. I'm a self-employed concept artist and illustrator. I also dabble in YouTube stuff and, making reviews for animated movies, TV shows, video games. But I also talk about various issues within the art industry, just talking about my experiences in everyday life and what it's like to be full-time artist and stuff. So, yeah, it's good fun, interesting, and I try to be honest about everything. I don't want to be like, oh, everything's hunky-dory all the time, but it's, yeah.
Bringing a little bit of blunt truth to the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, for everybody interested, check it out for yourself. Link to, I guess, your YouTube and your Twitter, or your DA probably.
I'm on DeviantArts, Twitter, Tumblr,
Many links down in the description below.
all of the links down there somewhere.
But yeah, Maddie, having you on the show for the first time, what's going on in your life right now? What's recent stuff you feel like sharing with us, with the folks out there?
What I'm working on, or just what's happening in general?
In general, if you have a fun anecdote or something you just want to really get off your chest or whatever, just
okay.
Basically, how was your week? But you're not limited to just the week.
Oh, okay. Honestly, the last couple of weeks, if not months, I've just been getting ready for coming over to America again, because this time I am coming to BonnerCon again, but I'll be staying in America for a month.
Ooh.
So, so I've had a lot of prepping for that to do. So now it's 10 days before my flight over, so I'm just
a little
like nervous, excited. Like for a while I was just like, yeah, it's cool, it's great, I'm so chilled out and everything, but now I'm just like, I am not ready, like, at all. I haven't prepped any of my BonnerCon stuff. I haven't decided what I'm taking with me. I've got all of the like practical things for travel and stuff, but I'm just not ready. I had dinner with some friends last night just to say bye to them, because I won't see them until I come back. So I was so emotional. It's like, stop making me feel things.
I'm not dying. I'll be back.
I know, right? I've only gone for 4 weeks. Yeah.
But yeah, what are you up to over there? If multiple conventions or other program? We probably should have had you in a month or something when you are back and have to can look back on your adventures.
I cut back on the amount of conventions that I usually do. I usually have. Last year I had 10 conventions, but this year I've only done 5. So that's. I just needed to cut back on the travel and just like spend some more time with family because of stuff going on. So, yeah, but apart from just cutting back a little bit and focusing on just my own studio work for a while instead of doing things for conventions all the time. I'm just a workaholic, and I needed
a break.
I just needed to remind myself I'm not in my 20s anymore, so I need to kind of slow down a little bit.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
You shut up there. Don't even say something.
What? What did I do? I was quiet.
Not everybody can be in their early 20s anymore. But yeah, what are the people in the early 20s up to nowadays? What's going on in your life? Last week and stuff.
Taxes. Trying to fix my sleep schedule. Dieting. See, here's the thing. I'm only
trying to give you iron brew through the magic camera. It's not.
Damn it. What?
It's not working.
You need to have something ready there to then just be like, oh, thank you, Maddie. Oh no, it turned into normal water. Let me give it back to you.
Do it again, Maddie.
Okay. I'm gonna give you some iron brew, Key.
Sure. Okay, I got it. Why is it vitamin C tablets? I was trying to think of something that's the color, but no. No, I'm only 21 in biological age. Mental age, I am an old woman. But my week, stuff happened, guys. It's great. And my stuff happened. I mean, I finally went clothes shopping for the first time in a year and a half. Because, let me just say, I never go clothes shopping. In all seriousness, it's mostly because, well, the last time I went clothes shopping was last year. I think we all know the difference between me last year and me now. So before I went clothes shopping this week, I had one pair of jeans that fit me in my actual jean size, which is an 8. Everything else are 14s. And then I had 3 shirts that fit properly. Everything else was a size over. So I just have a bunch of frumpy wear-at-home clothes in my closet. It was time to get things that fit.
So you basically were female Harry Potter.
Yes.
Because he got all the hand-down clothes from his cousin Dudley, who was also a size or 2 bigger.
Like a size of 3. But like, I'm not that bad. But like, so, you know, I went clothes shopping. And of course, where does a girl go to get fashionable clothing?
Hot Topic! Oh, shit.
Yes, it was. But
you know,
I wasn't getting emo clothes, man. Don't give me that look.
I was trying to make a joke and it was the real answer.
What, Maddie?
I've never set foot in a Hot Topic. Contrary to how I dress myself. Never been in a Hot Topic. But I've also never been to a Wendy's. So
yeah, but no.
You missed out. Every single employee at Wendy's is a redheaded girl in a Dorothy dress who gives you sass at the counter. I still believe that is the case, even though I literally saw it not being the case. But this was what's it called? Denver? Denver! Yes, Denver was the city.
All right.
Denver. They had normal males in Wendy's. Boring.
But no, I went to Hot Topic. 1, because I like some of their shirts, because they reference shows that I like. And 2, I was also getting cosplay stuff for, if anyone's played the game Monster Prom that Jesse Cox developed, I am going to be cosplaying as the ghost girl Polly, because I looked at her, and even though Monster Prom ain't my favorite dating sim, that's still Dream Daddy,
good choice.
I can't help that the character designs are gorgeous, and I looked at Polly and I was like, you're me.
If you want to know about Monster Prom and not want to watch the actually good produced funny Let's Plays with Jesse Cox himself, there is one on my Let's Play channel.
I watched the Game Grumps. Well, look, it was mostly because it's mostly because I saw
They
fan
were
art.
funny, I know, yes, I know.
No, it wasn't just that they were funny. it was that they weren't complaining about the game during the Let's Play.
But
it was
mostly Yuri.
I know it was
Maybe.
mostly Yuri, but like Dan likes Polly. I think Aaron likes the Medusa snake-haired girl. But I was looking at Polly, and the moment she was like, "I have created a new element, which is the embodiment of party and fun," I was like, "You're me. Hi." I love it. I love her. So I went to go get like because she's not a hard cosplay. I went to get the shorts and like the shirts and all that stuff because she's a skimpily clad woman, and also had to go and buy the bodysuit and makeup because I learned from Lapis I am not putting on full body paint. I am just getting the suit and I'm painting the face. That it. But besides that, I was like, I'm gonna get some normal clothes while I was at it. So I got a couple things, and one of the things I'm wearing now, it's a Stranger Things shirt. Friends don't lie.
Yay.
Unless they, yeah.
And I
Unless
just
they
realized you are mirrored for some reason.
Oh, well, it's a sea friend toned
Lee?
eel.
Eel.
But and then I was so mad. They had an All Might shirt at Hot Topic, which looked really cool.
I am here.
It was one of him spurting out blood from his mouth. And it was like in pink, blue, and yellow, and I was like, that looks awesome.
I smell it.
All the sizes were too big. I'm pretty sure it was a guy's shirt because I put on an extra small and it was still baggy, and I was like, no. And the only other shirts they had was a Deku shirt, which was okay, and one shirt that had all the heroes. So when you look at it from far away, it just looked like a pile of ants.
And you got that one?
No, I didn't. I'm not gonna.
The Deku shirt?
No, I just didn't buy a My Hero Academia shirt. I will go and I found a Froppy shirt that is just Froppy's face and the rest is black like her hair, and I'm just gonna buy that off Redbubble.
Froppy, most recent episode. So good.
I know. And
But no spoilers. But god damn it. Froppy even better. She always was perfect, but now she's more than perfect.
Yeah, and then I got a shirt that's both good and bad. Hold on, let me grab it. Yeah.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, live striptease on the AWKWARDCast off screen.
I also want to say I'm proud of myself. They had not one, but two different Scooby-Doo meets Supernatural shirts at Hot Topic, and I didn't buy either.
Okay.
I had self-control. You know me. I would have bought.
I'm impressed. I am impressed.
But no, I bought a Rick and Morty shirt. It's Wubba Lubba Dub Dub.
Wubba Dubba Dub Dub.
Nice.
All the other ones were like darker, and I was like, I want the bright. Oh my god, the color of it on the webcam is super bright compared to everything else in my room.
Yes.
I think it's absorbing light. But it's tie-dye and gaudy, and I love it, and it's actually really damn comfortable. But it felt so good to buy clothes that fit. I didn't think I would find that much satisfaction, because I hate clothes shopping, but I was like, I fit in things. I can wear shorts. I have shorts that fit. I only bought shorts. I didn't buy any regular jeans. But besides that, I've been working on BronyCon stuff as well, and I put a little work in progress in the Skype chat that I want to show. This is the piece I'm working on now because I needed a break from Froppy. If you people haven't caught up to Steven Universe yet, what's wrong with you?
I am all caught up on Steven Universe.
That's that good girl. But yeah, so I'm working on shading them because holy crap, the flowers took forever to draw, and now I have to do the fun part, which if you zoom in on the little doodle I put on the left-hand side.
I try, but the new Windows technology is shit. Not a surprise.
My current mood is me screaming, hair! Because Pink is already being a bit of a difficult Nancy. Look at Rose! Rose is going to be hell on earth. But I'm having fun doing it. I love doing Steven Universe stuff because I get to make everything all sparkly and nice, and people can't judge me for it because they're literally gemstones. But yeah, so I've been doing that, and then just getting ready for getting ready for CoxCon, because since I'm going to CoxCon, I have to have everything ready for BronyCon done in like 10 days. I can do it. I'm not dying on the inside. I'm not ruining my sleep schedule.
I'm in the same boat because I fly out on the 18th, so I have to. No, I don't. Fly out on the 19th. I leave here on the 18th, so I have to have everything ready by the 17th at the very latest. So, and I was just like, oh, I've got time. I've got plenty of time. And then I'm just like, holy crap, I leave in 10 days.
My life while I'm working is just like, it's like, Chrissy, what do you listen to when you work? My own internal screams. But that's been my week. To me, fun. It was fun. But what about you? You've had eventful weeks for the past 2 or 3 podcasts.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
It's over. I mean, I believe I actually mentioned it last week with Steam Summer Sale. Gaming is kind of taking over my entire private life again. Mm-hmm. But not completely, but partially completely. First of all, talking about CoxCon, I finally, since I got my credit card back, I finally got my flight tickets to CoxCon. And also British Ninja as our host, you could say. Yeah, he's our host, as our local host, is going like completely an organizer, Twilight Nuts, and has a Google Doc with a schedule and which day we do what. Where I'm a little bit worried about is that we are currently our Wizard of the Incredibles 2 in the cinema is kind of in the unclear.
The limbo.
And in limbo when it might happen. If I don't get to see Incredibles 2 while I'm over there, I have to wait till September till it comes out in Germany.
I'm just imagining you as a child being like, when do we go see Incredibles? We're going to go see Jessie. No. I want to see Incredibles.
Pretty much. No, I mean, if worse comes to worse, just a weekend later, I buy a flight to London in the morning, a flight back in the evening,
serious.
And I'm watching the movie.
You are not serious about that. No.
Well, since my move has been postponed, I have a little of money lying around. I could make the most expensive cinema visit in history.
You need to make a vlog about that. Like, if you put any vlog on your channel, it should be the most expensive viewing of The Incredibles ever. Buy a business class fucking plane ticket.
Yeah.
Go there. To like IMAX 3D in the middle of England, like right by the fucking London Eye, and be like, at one of those cinemas where they serve you alcohol and just have like a glass of Chardonnay and just being like,
oh yeah.
And then the vlog just ends be like, it was okay.
No. I have the perfect ending.
It's all right.
So for the end of the vlog, I then go in position. And then just into the camera, I go like...
Did Gray make that?
So, what else happens this week? I might or might not have commissioned Ambrose to make a cool new pose for my persona.
Ambrose, why? How did he get this one done quickly? He keeps complaining that he has too many commissions.
He's young and needs the money. And absolutely for everybody watching, this emoji obviously available as of after this show in my Discord in the description down below.
I commissioned Ambrose to make one of mine.
So new emoji for my Discord incoming. And it might or might not actually have been my train of thought, like, I have a dabbing key and I have a dubbing KP as icons in my chat. I need a dubbing me.
You don't have them as icons in your chat because no one can access them unless they have like Discord Nitro.
Yeah.
I don't have my own dabbing emoticon.
Yes, you have. I put it in your server.
Yeah, but I want to use it in your server.
Get Nitro. Anyway. Anyways, anything else? Yeah, then also a story involving British Ninja. So he was like, for the entire Steam sale, like, guys, get worms. Guys, you have to get worms. It's super fun. Guys, get worms. And finally,
He's
I'm
not
like,
wrong.
yeah. Finally, I was like, yeah. Thankfully, on the last day of the sale, I believe I had it in my cart and forgot to buy it. So I come in the last day from work at home. My Steam like, there's something in my cart. Oh, worms! I still haven't bought it. So I bought worms, and so yesterday it was, wasn't it? Yeah, yesterday,
Yep.
in our Skype group where we usually meet for gaming, like, yeah. How about gaming? So yeah, let's gaming. How about worms? Yeah, let's do worms. Yeah, it's only for 4 players. British Ninja is just watching. What? Yeah.
And the thing is, he was the one that was supposed to like teach us how to work this thing because I was able to get the controls fairly quickly. But then Max was like, "Oh, this game that's mainly on keyboard. Time to go on controller." And then he complained about the controls.
Yeah, because I did the tutorial, but I did the tutorial with keyboard, and then I switched to controller. And I also haven't played Worms in a decade, under 1.5. I don't know, quite a while. So I did not recognize any of the weapons. So I was like, "What does this weapon do?" Click.
Oh, I blew myself up.
This was a wasted turn. So yeah, but we had fun. We might play it a little bit more now that plenty of us have this game, and eventually I might talk about it one day. But I have to say, oh god, old games and their loading times. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Mister, I'm too impatient to
Yeah.
watch
Oh
them
god. I was sitting there biting my nails while you're waiting for people, and then you have this 5-second countdown whenever it's your turn, being it for worm placement in the beginning or later in the game. You just have to click any button, and the game starts for you. But no, everybody waits for the 5 seconds to tuck down. I'm like,
Maybe people are scanning the terrain to pick a place to pick.
You can already move, you know that, right?
Here's the thing that I love, though. He was complaining. You can pick how long the turn times are, and he was complaining about the turn times being too short, so we made them longer. And he still complained.
Yeah, because the loading times between the turns, or the slow movement of the worms. It's
Oh,
all
like
it's
the
such
waiting players.
Yeah, it's such a 90s game. In the 90s, when you only had
Yeah.
like 3 games, and you didn't mind that there were loading times. But nowadays, I stopped playing StarCraft 2 to play Worms, and from this game with barely any loading times to like every single turn.
You were a. Come on. Don't be a millennial, man.
I am, by definition, very, very close to the border, but I'm within the frame of a millennial. I actually am officially a millennial if I want to be.
Well, stop. You don't need to act like it.
But I could when I want to. But I could. And you know what? You better deal with it!
One day I'm going to break those glasses or I'm going to hide them somewhere in your house and you're not going to find them.
I need a
Anyway.
pair of those.
I know, right?
I need a pair of those. I need a pair of those in my life right now.
However, Maddie, fair warning, if you try to want to use them on podcasts, you forget that you have headphones, and it's actually a matter of practice to figure out how to have them sit, and they're like super at an angle. Anyways, enough about our weeks, I would say. Keyframe, you brought us a beautiful medium, if I recall.
This is a two-parter, my friends.
It's a
Sit down.
two-parter indeed. Let me hide behind something.
I want to tell you guys about the second worst thing to happen in 2001. Freddy got fingered. Oh my lord, this movie. I don't want to call it a movie. I don't know if it was a movie at the end of the day. I'm quoting a lot of people. I'm pretty sure this was someone losing a bet, and the thing you had to do if you lost the bet was make a Hollywood movie. And that's Freddy Got Fingered. This is a movie directed and starring Tom Green, the guy who was popular in like 1999 to 2001, and never again. And this is the biggest piece of garbage I've ever watched, and I love it. In this movie, you see not one, not two, but 3 scenes of something sexual happening to an animal. Like Tom Green jacking off a horse while screaming, "I want to be a farmer!" Tom Green sitting in his car and watching 2 horses have sex while eating a sandwich. And then jerking off an elephant to the point that it ejaculates and covers Rip Torn in a bunch of semen. This is all on screen, by the way.
What is the rating of this movie?
It's R-rated.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
But this movie, oh my lord, I could say just random things about what happens in this movie, and it doesn't sound like a film. Like, his love interest is a paraplegic girl who likes being caned and is obsessed with sucking dick. This sounds like a 12-year-old wrote this movie. Like,
well, it's
so,
Tom Green, so close enough.
It's so bizarrely bad, but I think I like it.
Because it's bad.
Yeah, because it's bad. But it feels intentional. That's the thing. I don't think someone could be that stupid to write a movie this nonsensical, completely unironically. It feels like this weird surrealist commentary about something like Adam Sandler movies or something. Because the thing is, everything is structured properly. There are things that happen that have payoff. Like the proper film kinetics, they are all there and they all work. But the story is so bad. And also, there's just these. There are some of the funniest moments that did make me, sadly, unironically laugh. If not for how weird it is, like I think most people know, like the "Daddy, would you like some sausage?" when he's playing piano and there's a million sausages being hung on the ceiling, or the or when they're in family counseling and he's saying his dad is a molester. He's a child molester. Throws a bust of Sigmund Freud out the window and climbs out the window screaming. This is one of the weirdest fucking movies I've ever seen. It's exhaustingly amazing. You'll feel tired by the end of watching this movie, but you'll be happy you do it. It's also 10 times more funny that the dad is played by the guy who played Zeus in Disney's Hercules.
Oh,
Rip Torn is his name.
Yep,
Rip Torn. Amazing name, Rip Torn.
It's just, I have to think he was drunk during most of this, though. No, there's no way he could say some of the things that he did or do some of the things that he did. But I want to just take clips from Hercules and put his lines from Freddy Got Fingered over the animated stuff and then make Tom Green Hercules.
Why do you just why not do it? You are a YouTuber. You can just do it.
I can.
And the sad thing
It'll make no sense. It'll probably be the most popular video on my channel if I do that.
The sad thing is, all your videos you put a lot of time editing in, all your how-to draws, all your singing videos will all be dwarfed, even combined by this shit post.
By Hercules Got Fingered. But it's
Ooh,
like,
we even have a name.
but it's so...
It needs to happen now. You've named it.
Yeah, but I actually recommend people.
Once you name it, you grow attached to it. No, you have to do it.
But I actually recommend people watch this movie. I keep trying to pressure the people in this house to watch it with me. It's a movie that you shouldn't watch by yourself. It's great to watch with friends, especially if someone in the friend group has already seen it and you want to see everyone else's reaction to it.
Okay,
It's more like a party movie then.
I just wanted to say 30-second elevator pitch. What are the best rules for drinking game? Go.
If Tom Green is screaming, take a shot. If Rip Torn is screaming, take a shot. If they're screaming together, down 2 shots. And
anything sexual with an animal happens, empty the bottle.
If you see some kind of animal penis, you need to drink your punishment drink. More times than you think when it happens. And then, oh god, I have to. Yeah, so those are your 4 main rules.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I Googled it, I'll Google it in the post show if
Probably.
there's a Freddy Got Fingered drinking game. I'm
Probably.
sure.
It probably is.
But I know I'm gonna do it at some point. But
I mean, since it's an
my
R-rated
second-
movie, we don't have to feel bad about recommending a drinking game with it, because if you are not adult, you are not allowed to watch it anyways. Continue.
yes. So, but I wanted to give some people something good to watch, and not just recommend garbage. So I've been watching the review series on Red Letter Media, which had they did one on Freddy Got Fingered. They've also done one on like the original Blair Witch Project and stuff like that. Now, if you guys have seen Red Letter Media, you may know him for the Mr. Plinkett character. You know, the guy that talks like this, like, "Hello, everybody. This movie was more disappointing than my son." Like, you know, that guy. Tommy Oliver did a parody of him to do Equestria Girls, but review is these 2 guys, and they're just talking about the movie, but they're very interesting in how they talk, and they have a good chemistry. I just like it. It's very relaxed watching. You don't need to. It's not like MatPat or something where it's all these edited things. Boom, 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 boom. It's just nice. It's good to. It's kind of like Siskel and Ebert. That's actually the best thing that I could give, because they kind of have the same setup where it's Siskel and Ebert at 2 chairs talking to each other about the movie, or like The Critic, like that old show.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So they did Freddy Got Fingered, and they have a debate during most of it of if this was intentionally bad or not. So I really recommend this series. We need more stuff like this that doesn't feel like they have to have bright colors in your face just to get your attention, and just have good discussion. I feel like that's a dying breed. Also, in this video, they actually also talk about the history of Tom Green, because, you know,
I see.
unless you were around during that time, you have no idea who Tom Green is.
God.
But it actually, if you guys ever heard the song "The Real Slim Shady" from Eminem, now you know what the reference is of. It's okay for Tom Green to hump a dead moose, because he did that on the Tom Green Show, which was a popular show back in the early 2000s. And he just, yeah. You watch this, and it's kind of like you get the predecessor to things. Though it's funny actually looking at his stuff now, because you see stuff like the Eric Andre, like this, the Eric Andre Show, or Tim and Eric, or those weird Adult Swim shows, and you're like, wow, we really haven't changed, have we? Or there's now just a resurgence. But yeah, I would say watch Review on Red Letter Media. It's a good show. My recommendations for your first episode is either the Freddy Got Fingered one or the Blair Witch Project one, because they're both movies with interesting backstories. One being, what the hell is this creature known as Tom Green? And the Blair Witch Project being the first example of viral marketing and campaigning for a movie on the internet, which is interesting. But yeah, that's my media. I'm so sorry.
Wait, I wasn't aware that you did Draw Friends this week. I wasn't aware that you did Drawfee this week. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We are sorry.
We're sorry.
We're sorry. You did it on this show, didn't you? You introduced Drawfee on AWKWARDCast, didn't you?
One of us did.
But you introduced me to it, and I'm still watching it to this day. But yeah, Maddie, you want to go next, or?
Sure, I can go next if you want.
So, what is your media? Because you haven't shared it with me yet, so I need to find it quickly.
No, I haven't. Haha. I have been watching Wakfu, of all things.
Ha ha! I guess I go to Netflix. It's the best way. Ha ha ha!
Yes, it is on Netflix. That's how I've been watching it. Didn't really know anything about it at all. It was one of those things that, because you watched, you might also like. And then the trailer for Wakfu played, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to watch this. This looks interesting. And also the main character looks a little bit like a male version of Maddie. So
Look, I watched it myself. I'm somewhere in episode 3. This must be a few years old.
I just started in season 3 today, so I'm almost finished. Wakfu, it's I totally don't have like the Wikipedia page open right now or anything.
Of course not.
No, it's like this French animated series. It's based on a video game. It's basically about this 12-year-old kid who is he has special powers. He's like a fantasy creature, and the show is basically about him finding his true family. I don't want to give too much away, but it's very light-hearted. It doesn't really take itself too seriously. The English dub is very rushed. You can so tell that it's just sped up to fit in with when characters are talking, and because it's obviously originally French, but I enjoyed the art style. I like the animation of it. It's I'm not sure if you would call it an anime. It's not really an anime. It's kind of like
it's as much of an anime
Oh, yeah,
as
it
Avatar
looks-
is.
oh, you see the
exactly
video
what I
game.
was going to say. Yeah, it's when you watch the show, you can definitely tell it was based on a video game, because at times it does feel like a video game you can't play, or it feels like the cutscenes from a game. You know, like even the starter sequence of the show, it looks like a platformer, and there's even one episode where the whole thing is animated like a platformer, and because they're going through a dungeon. So
Oh my god, the game looks exactly the same.
it's great. Yeah,
I feel really bad because I've seen these character designs before, and it finally clicked where I've seen this before, and it's not a good thing.
I can guess where you've seen them.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zone Tan.
Yeah.
Oh, Zone 10.
Never change.
They did a new episode recently. I probably should not advertise them, but still, they did a new episode recently. But here's the fun thing. I'm still too chicken to actually subscribe to them.
Pussy.
I know.
Come on now. You have no shame with everything else, but you're still too scared to subscribe to them?
Yeah, it would appear under my subscriptions, wouldn't it?
In your YouTube?
Yeah, I believe I have them
They're not
public.
putting the porn on YouTube.
No.
They're just putting the character of Zone Tan on there. If you want to watch the porn, they have a website for it.
Not in the description down below.
Yeah, no.
But I
You'll get Zone's Game Grumps animated that they did, because they did do one.
But I put Wakfu in the description, so that's something.
You could search from there.
It's like rated 12A or something, but it's pretty tame. It's mostly that because there's a lot of like.
I'm not sure how tame it is.
There's
because
a lot of well, it's pretty tame.
No, but if I try to go in book
comparison to other
1,
stuff I've watched.
it actually asked me for my age. So what the hell is happening in book 1?
French things, Max. French things.
Now I need to know.
Well, I know that the English dub is a 12A. Maybe the original is a 15. I don't know, because it does feel like some things are trimmed out in the Netflix series just with how it's paced and stuff. It just feels like there's certain bits missing. But yeah, I don't know. It's just been a long time since I've discovered a show that I've just fallen in love with, and this one is one of them. And I can't. There's certain names that I can't say because it will spoil the stories for people that want to start from scratch. There's just one of the villains. I can't say their name, but I fell in love with his design and it's so annoying that I can't talk about it properly. Why did I pick this show? Why? I can't even talk about it.
We've had plenty of these moments on the show.
Yeah,
everybody who
it's
still
not-
wants to experience it from the get-go,
Yeah.
here you go.
Now you can talk.
Yeah.
The
It's,
spoiler alert is active.
There we go. There's a character in it called Kilby, and he's an heliotrope like the main character, and his design is just so up my street. Like, even just how he always has a smug look on his face, and I'm like, that kind of reminds me of another certain villain that I adore. Being Hades from Disney's Hercules, they have like the same kind of smug expression and stuff, but they're both very powerful and very sure of themselves, and they have a superiority complex, and they're both like pretty much gods in their worlds. But I don't know, just the backstory to this guy is just amazing. I mean, seriously, guys, check it out. It's amazing! Alright, I'm going to stop fangirling now and drink Iron Brew.
Fair enough.
You talk about your medium, Max. I have to step out for one moment.
Fair enough. I need to make myself visible again. Whoop.
That was...
So, now I'm visible again. Then again, Keyframe is not here to be angry about it, so there's no point in showing it like that. Oh yes, I paid money for that. So yeah, I ran a little bit in a dilemma when it came to my mediums this week, because as I mentioned before, a lot of my week was kind of occupied with, well, StarCraft 2, which I did one mission. I made the very last mission, and I tried to finish it today, but holy crap, this last mission of the epilogue of the Protoss campaign is brutal. I had to restart 3 times, and at some point I was like, yeah, I need to get ready for the AWKWARDCast, so poop. I will probably return to this game once I have finished it to give a wholesome review. I mean, I talked about it when I only had Wings of Liberty to play. I ran into a similar problem with basically Steam Universe and My Hero Academia, because both of them are not yet finished yet. They are both shortly before a season is finished. So it's like, talking about it now would be a little bit like, wait until the season is over, then I can return to those shows. Not going to Westworld, I haven't continued watching. Critical Role, I'm still stuck on, what is it, episode 8 only. This show is too much. So, but yeah, Keyframe reminded me, hey, haven't you watched anything on YouTube this week? And actually, I came across something worthwhile presenting, namely the channel of Dragnix. Dragnix is a video game reviewer, but he has a focus on the more smaller titles. So he's not like going all AAA, and so he's looking into indies, into overlooked games. And I think it's now actually, I've been following him for a while, but I guess now is actually a good time to bring him up, because yeah, with the departure of Total Biscuit, who also always had a certain focus on the more indie titles, he might be a potential substitute. He's doing it very dedicatedly. He's not very biased about his stuff. He tries to give a very wholesome, objective look on the games, or to at least to be transparent about where his personal bias come into play. Tries to give open recommendations. He even did a thing like, which also reminds me very much of TB, like for the Steam Summer Sale, he did 3 videos about, like, one about strategy and puzzle games, one about roguelite and RPGs, and then he scrammed the remaining titles he wanted to bring up in his last video. So yeah, I personally would say he is most definitively a guy worth checking out, at least if you are interested in having somebody giving you a first glance into a game and giving you a little bit of a look into it. I'm not sure. Good. Okay, this is a compilation video, so probably not the best example.
This year has been
so, but yeah, his review style is. I'm not sure if he has finished all the games he talks about, or he is similar to TB, somebody who gives a impression of what he has played so far to this point. But yeah, I would say Definitively give it a look. I mean, it's on YouTube. You can check it out whenever. I personally don't have a necessarily a specific video I would recommend. I mean, the Steam Summer Sale videos are now too late, so pointing you to those would be a little bit like, hey guys, look at all the recommendations you missed out on. But yeah, if you are interested in seeing getting this kind of critical analytical game recommendations for the smaller titles on Steam, link down in the description below. And yeah, wow, this was a short media. Wow.
Well, I've got the homepage in front of me, so I will check them out later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like my kind of channel, so yeah, I'm definitely going to promote the hell out of this guy, I think.
And I mean, it also comes down to the thing of personal taste. If the type of games reviewer is, I barely ever play any AAA games. So following Angry Joe, who covers every AAA game that comes out, is not as interesting. I mean, I mostly watched Angry Joe for the show he did, because he's a showman. he does this kind of over the top spectacular. However, I would say it's not too bad that my medium was cut a bit short, because we got questions this week. Oh boy, did we get a lot of questions, and also good ones. Now let me see how many questions there are that are not too bad if Keyframe misses out on them. Oh wait, this one I guess is for you, and it's actually for all of us, but it's
well,
one
maybe
that you
Keyframe can answer it later.
Exactly. Because I have the feeling that you might be able to talk about this for a moment. So, the Entity of Darkness asks, what has been the most insulting animation you have ever seen?
Oh, insulting animation. Oh gosh.
I guess in the sense of it was insulting to your eyes. I don't think that's the message. Or maybe he means the message. I don't know. Go for whichever angle you feel more like talking about. But I have the feeling that the question, since it's about animation, that it's less about the content and more about how it looks.
Oh, if it's more about how it looks, oh no. No, that's quite a big ballpark. But say something that I found insulting. It was like Merry Melodies. I almost said Silly Symphonies. I'm like, no, it's not that. Merry Melodies cartoon, and it was I think it's just called Bugs Bunny and the Scotsman.
I wonder why. Say more?
It's just the stereotypical like tam o' shanter, ginger beard, kilt, and bagpipes, and golf-loving character, and it was just so insulting. Not just because it was the stereotype, but it was also poorly voiced, and the animation was just so sloppy on this character. It was just, like any other nationality, it would be incredibly offensive, but because it's a Scot, it's funny. But I didn't find it funny.
He looks like Elmer Fudd.
Yeah. I think they're voiced by the same person as well, but it was just horrendous. Because he sounds more Irish than Scottish, to be honest. That tends to happen a lot, like with your token Scottish characters. They either sound Irish or they sound like they're from Glasgow. They all sound like they're from Glasgow. Because in Scotland, just like pretty much in every country, depending on where you go, there's a slightly different
dialect. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And the further north you go, in Scotland, each and every village, never mind town, has its own unique dialect. So whenever someone talks, you know exactly where they're from. So, like for instance, I normally speak Doric, and which it's basically, it's still kind of English, but it's all just Scottish slang that only other Scots would really understand. You know, in Brave, young MacGuffin, how he talks.
That's the kind of village talk.
That's Doric. That's how we speak. It's not just gibberish. It's actual Doric. It's great.
I mean, we have the same thing in German. Let me see. Can I put a German accent on top of English? So this is more like a Bayerisch. Okay, this sounds more like an Austrian, but the Austrian, you're basically at the same border as the Bavarian people, so they talk a bit more like this. And then we have the people who live in East Germany. In Eastern Germany, they talk a little bit more like this. So we have this in Germany too.
That cartoon was just really insulting. Not because of the animation, because it's a Merry Melody thing. Like, it's a product of its time, really. But yeah, it was just horrendous.
Yeah, I was actually, with answering this question, a little bit stuck on the entire animation approach. And I mean, the thing is, you have often enough animations that are overall just bad and stuff, you don't like the style. For example, while I have not watched it myself, the style of Ed, and Eddie is something you need to get used to my knowledge. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm not judging it, but we are on the question currently from Twitter, what has been the most insulting animation you have ever seen? Maddie went with Bugs Bunny and the Scotsman. And
for obvious reasons.
Yes, and I am personally focusing less on the content and more on the animation itself. And I have to say, some of the low budget or low effort episodes of Steven Universe. I mean, Steven Universe has overall a very minimalistic style, which is fine when you get used to it. But some episodes are just so when it's get. Oh no, wait! I have a worse example. Gargoyles season 4. Was it season 4? They did one additional season where Thanatos has a baby and everything. And oh boy, they had wings of the gargoyles clipping through objects and shit. What you only see in video games normally. And it's like, you have this fantastic show with brilliant animation, and then suddenly for the last season, like in a super insulting way, they are like, oh, you know what? Let's milk this cow a little bit. It's for children. Fuck the animation. Fuck the storytelling. And it gets really bad. I mean, I recall when I saw it the first time, I did not notice it. But then I heard about it, years later. Then I was a little child. Then years later, it was pointed out to me, and I was like, no, I watched it as a child. This was good. So I watched it and binge watched it in the first few seasons. We're like, yeah, this is brilliant. Then the last season happens. I'm like, oh, now I see what they mean. Yeah, that's bad. That's actually bad. And so this was insulting because it was actually, it was shitting on a legacy. That's why it was insulting. Keyframe.
It's kind of how I feel about season 4 of Batman the Animated Series, I guess.
Oh,
with Mad Love being the one exception. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, Keyframe.
Most insulting animation.
Insulting animation. Oh, I got it. After season 3 of The Real Ghostbusters, when they started to put the focus on Slimer, and you saw that they started simplifying the designs down, and it just did not look good anymore. Because if you watch the first few seasons of The Real Ghostbusters, that was a really nice looking show, especially for an 80s cartoon, 80s, 90s cartoon, with actually creepy looking monster designs and stuff. And then they were just like, no. Let's babify everything and make none of the monsters creepy. Everything just looks kind of dumb. And there were so many animation errors and stuff. I'm just like, you had a good thing going. You had no ratings problems. You only listen. The only reason why you guys started to suck is that instead of listening to your audience, you were listening to one focus group, and then you just did everything that. That's the whole reason Janine got changed in that show. That's the whole reason they
Yes.
replaced voice actors. It was because of one focus group. Not the fact that the audience loved the show. Not the fact that critics loved the show. It was one fucking focus group.
What focus group was it?
It was just a focus group.
Do we know what it was? Was it toddlers, intellectual toddlers, or
No, it was
concerned mamas?
They were adults. They were adults, and they were just like, "Oh, Janina is too.
Concerned
Janina
moms
is
of
just
South
too
Dakota.
scary for. Yeah, Janina is too scary for the kiddies with her sharp glasses."
I just
Okay.
think it's one of those moments where it's like, well, the chart says.
Yeah, if you ever want
Yeah.
an example of what the chart says, it's
Chart
that
says.
freaking. I just like if anyone has Netflix, the real Ghostbusters is on Netflix. Best first
I
three
need to watch
seasons
it now.
ever.
Adding to my list. No.
But then you see season 5 and 6 and stuff there, and you see how bad it is. It is also one of the most insulting theme songs, because
Even on German Netflix, by the way.
yeah, because like freaking the first couple seasons had just the Ghostbusters theme, which is awesome. And then when it turned to Slimer and the real Ghostbusters, you still have the Ghostbusters theme, but with Slimer screeching over it, being like, ah! It's like, no, stop stomping on my childhood. But yeah, that's insulting.
Yeah.
What's the next question?
I have two very short ones on Twitter, and then we can move on to Discord. Super Lincoln asks, have we seen Ant-Man and the Wasp so far? I haven't, because it also gets delayed in Germany until the end of July, so fuck being German. Not sure. What about you guys? Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it yet because it only just came out,
Okay.
and I'm kind of trying to not be too frivolous because I have to buy BronyCon stuff.
True. Mary?
I haven't seen it yet. I don't think it's
Good.
released here for a while yet.
Yeah. As I said, I assumed it would
Let
be
me
a short
check.
one. And Atelier Brony asks if we have seen Steven Universe Reunited episodes. What are your thoughts? My thought was good. Moving on.
What? No, this is a discussion.
Is
This
it
isn't
now?
a short question. Yes, because these
so
were the
many
best.
good questions. Fine.
Why didn't-
you go ahead?
This was the best episodes of the show. I love them. They are so good. The pacing was the best part because sometimes they did the right thing and made this episode a half hour long. Because if they tried to squeeze these into 11-minute episodes, it would have been bad. It was just so good. The wedding part was actually really cute, and I hate wedding episodes. I don't like marriagey thingies, but Ruby and Sapphire are just too likable to not be happy for them. And also, the action was so good. Everything was so
Careful
good.
with
The
the
animation
spoilers.
was good.
Yeah.
What?
No, just saying before you go into it. Just as a...
Oh. No, the action was so good. The animation looked good. I think they had just the same storyboard artist for all the episodes in this bomb, so everything looked consistent, which was good.
I agree. As the
Didn't
one who nags the most about animation Steven Universe, I agree. Very
We
good.
didn't
last
have anyone.
episodes.
We didn't have anyone with hair that was too big for their head.
This
But yeah, it was good. Moving on.
Or do you have any thoughts, Maddie?
Yeah, pretty much the same as Key. I loved the episodes. Steven Universe was a show that it took me a while to get into it because of the animation style. Like, the characters are always off model, or like in earlier seasons you watch one episode and then later on their size comparison with other characters is different, and things like that can really stop you from enjoying a show. But because Steven Universe's story is so bloody amazing, you just stop caring about that kind of stuff, because even though that happens, it's still a gorgeous looking show regardless of that happening. And in that episode, I loved what they did with Garnet in that episode. I know that the spoiler thing's not up there right now, so I can't go into it, but yeah, I actually went, yes! That's how to do a wedding episode. Yeah.
It was so good. I loved it so much. Oh, okay. Well, now we can move on.
Yay.
Denim Ninja asks, what popular tourist location in a foreign country do you have no interest in ever seeing? Stonehenge. Why do I want to see a giant pile of rocks that were probably made by aliens?
Oh.
For me, it's probably what was the question again?
A popular tourist location in
Yes.
a foreign country that you have no interest
Yes.
in ever seeing.
What popular tourist location in a foreign country would I ever be interested in seeing? That's the more question for me, because I mean, not even foreign. I'm not big into sightseeing at all, and so yeah, show me the one I should be interested in. So that's my question to everybody watching. Give me
There's
good
a lot of
location
stuff in
I
New
should
York.
go to.
A lot of stuff in New York that's pretty awesome.
Mm.
But most of those tourist things you can actually do stuff with.
Yeah,
It's
but-
not just looking at it. So
Exactly, because I see myself going into Times Square, like the location in New York. Like, okay, looks cool. What now?
but there's stuff to do in Times Square, which makes it good. There's like FAO Schwartz. You can recreate the scene from Big with playing chopsticks on the piano on the floor.
But then again, okay, talking about it, thinking about it, I assume stuff like Disneyland also counts as a tourist location.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of parks, so scrap all the parks from my not going there list. I love parks, so that's the thing. Maddie, how about you? What tourist location are you not interested in?
I can't say. I really want to see all of them because I really want to travel everywhere.
You're boring.
There isn't really one. Hey, unfriended.
Okay, but that makes it especially interesting.
I'm kidding.
So what would be the least
the-
favorite?
I guess Keyframe said Stonehenge. Scotland has its own version of Stonehenge called the Standing Stones of Callanish. But it's basically just like Stonehenge. In Brave, the standing stones in that film, that's what it's based on. The circle stones of Callanish. I hope I'm saying that right. Probably not. I think if you're interested in if you're more interested in like pagan magic and things like that, then standing stones like Callanish and Stonehenge will mean a little bit more to you. But yeah, there's nothing to do there. It's just like go and see a bunch of rocks and cycle around it and then go to McDonald's or something. Yeah. No, I don't really have one that's the least one that I would want to see. I've seen Niagara Falls. Yeah, 'cause someone mentioned Niagara Falls in the chat. So I guess I would have to pick that because I've already seen it.
I don't
there
want
you
to
go.
see it again.
Some people ask some
I want to see that
questions.
again.
Some people ask some questions just for our guest, which is good.
Yeah.
Jake Hammerquist asked, Maddie, what is your favorite Ailstorm song/album?
Oh, favorite Ailstorm song is can I say it on the stream?
Yes, you can.
Right, it's between two songs. There's one called Drink, and then there's another one called Fucked with an Anchor.
Oh, this sounds hurtful.
That's a great visual. I will give you that.
It's hilarious. Like if you've had a really bad day and you're really angry at someone, just play that song. I listened to it a lot
What was
this
it?
year.
Fuck.
I also saw Fucked with an Anchor.
Is it on YouTube?
Yes, it's on
Nice.
YouTube. But
Link
it's
in the
just
description down below.
Yeah. But next to that, my favorite Ailstorm song is Drink. Because it's about drinking, obviously. All of Ailstorm's songs are either about drinking or being a pirate or drinking while being a pirate.
Wait, is it drink, yum, bum, 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 drink?
Basically.
Is this
Basically, yeah.
this is a song that Captain Horse uses for his
Yeah.
yearly
Yeah.
okay.
Well, he
Ooh,
does
I
that
love
one, but
it.
he's done Wenches and Maid as well.
Oh yeah, Wrench.
Yeah.
Okay.
Elström. I love Elström's version from do what you do in a pirate is free, but the Elster version
Yeah.
is like, "Arrgh!"
Yeah.
Um,
You're a villain of us. Being a pirate is really badass.
RN Trigger Happy asks us, if you could have any pet in real life or fiction, what would it be? So I guess you could pick any creature that you can imagine.
I'm not very imaginative. You stay with something real. Tiger. I saw this video.
You're not fun.
No, but I saw this video of a dude just sitting on a sofa watching TV, and then his pet tiger comes in, whom, whom, on the sofa, whom, whom, and basically puts himself on his lap, and he's like, come on, kitty. It's
You really want something that could snap in a moment's instance and eat you?
Well, it's a pet tiger.
Yeah, but you could have picked some kind of fictional cool tiger. Tiger is just the base.
But sorry, I'm a realist. I can't. The pet I would like to have actually exists. But please tell me your fictional piece.
You're like the character from freaking Korra that has just the pet bear, and it's not like a bear dog.
It's actually the Earth King, and it's from the original Avatar. Nut down.
Good for you. They're the same franchise in the same world. I don't care.
Whoa. Anyways, move on.
But yeah, I guess if it was a real animal, I'm going to be even more boring, though, if I pick it, because mine would just be a Saint Bernard. I want Beethoven in my house.
You just want to have the free whiskey that comes with every Saint Bernard.
Yeah.
No, I just want a giant pupper that thinks he's a small doggo, and then every time that I lie on bed, he's like, "Oh, I will be at Master's feet," and then I can't get out of bed for the day because, well, Puppo wants to sleep there. But if I had to pick a fictional thing, I'd probably pick a phoenix. That sounds cool. Or no, I would have Toothless. I want my pet to be a dragon.
Ooh,
Nice.
good
What
choice.
about you,
I would say a jackalope for imaginary creature pet.
You had to pick the lamest imaginary creature. A rabbit with horns.
Yeah, antlers. Antlers. They have
Excuse
antlers. They
me,
don't have
antlers.
horns. Excuse me.
Oh my god, you got it wrong.
Real animal, I would have a bearded dragon. Always wanted a bearded dragon. Because they're real dragons. Ah.
Lizard and antler rabbits. We know your taste. Let's see.
It might have something to do
Magic.
with the Pixar short Boundin' as well. I loved the jackalope in that short. Anyway.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Magical Dude had actually an interesting one. If you can trade lives with someone you know for one day, who would it be and why?
Is it bad that my first thought about it was I want to switch lives with a really rich person and forward all my money I'll forward all their money into one of my accounts.
Yeah, I had similar ideas, so then I can't go for that one.
I guess if I had to pick a specific person, there's no one else I'd rather be but me. But if I had to think, I would switch lives with Chris Pratt.
Oh, good one. But why? It says why in the question.
I want to specifically switch lives with Chris Pratt during the filming of a new Guardians movie, only because
You're hot for Gamora too, aren't you?
No.
Oh.
No, here's the thing. If you see any bloopers of Chris Pratt in Parks and Rec or Guardians of the Galaxy, he could do the stupidest shit, and no one cares because it's Chris Pratt. It's just him.
Yeah,
I want that freedom because
Okay,
when
fair
I
enough.
do stuff like that, people just stare at me.
It's true. It's a good point. It's a valid point. Maddie, how about you? Who would you trade for one day?
I would say Jared Leto, and then I would go back in time to when Suicide Squad was in progress and be like, no, I don't want to play. Don't want to play the Joker. I don't care. Hypothetically speaking, I would be Jared Leto and then say, no, I'm not. I don't want to play the Joker, man.
Isn't a standalone video for
save
him
ourselves the pain that was Suicide Squad.
Isn't a standalone video for him coming?
There's 2 movies about the Joker in the works, and yeah,
you must be very happy about it.
I'm not impressed with either of them, if I'm honest. But there we go. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, I unimaginative as I am, I cannot think very far. So my idea for would be Jesse Cox being funny for one day.
Here's a scenario I want to put in your head to just make you depressed.
Oh boy.
You switch lives with Jesse Cox, and he live streams like 5 or 6 days out of the week. You somehow switch places with him the day he live streams, and it's the most unentertaining live stream ever because it's still you. You haven't changed personality.
I'm just in his life, and I will ruin his channel, and Jesse Cox will live on the street because of me, because in one day I destroyed his entire career. Oh my god, what have I wished for?
Yeah, it's like, hi guys, it's Jesse Cox here. We're going to play Prison Architect, and then it's just you silent for 6 hours.
I'm not this bad as a Let's Player. I want to point out I'm not funny, but at least I'm not this silent like. I'm in the zone. Click. I am not, am I?
Anyway, next question.
Okay, fair enough.
Next question.
From Enigma. Let's say that you have a fictional country, and you, of course, are its leader, totalitarian, or a dictator. Great choices. What would be said country's name, national anthem, specialty in one thing, and rules? Also, would you be a peaceful to others country or declare war with the intent of full-on conquering? Are we just playing, what's the name of that board game, Risk? Are we just playing Risk?
Can I opt out of this question because I technically already live in a fictional country?
No.
Oh.
You're an artist. You're supposed to be imaginative.
Really?
You're a concept artist. Isn't that your job?
Well, there goes our guest for that week.
No one said I was good.
Oh.
But yeah, come on, Keyframe, give.
Okay. My country. I could name it after myself, but that would be narcissistic. So I'm going to name my country Narcissus. Its national anthem is what's the name? I can't remember the name of the band, but the song is I touch my. When I think about, it's like when I think about you, I touch myself. I don't want anybody else. I know the song, but I can't remember who sings it. That will be my theme. Our specialty will be in music imports. We will have the best bands. You've heard of the British invasion? We're going to be the Narcissus invasion. Everyone will look at us. Of course, our greatest export is our performance artists, because you're from Narcissus, so you're narcissistic. And the rules are, everyone must have a mirror in their household, and that's the only rule. Full anarchy. I can't think of other rules besides the basic ones of don't kill people, don't rape people.
Which brings me to peaceful or conquering.
I'm in a conundrum with that because I feel like we'd be peaceful, but everyone everywhere else would probably hate us, but they don't. Because we're Narcissus. But we will be peaceful, but we hide. We're under our country. We have all the defenses we could ever need. So if anyone tries to throw an arrow at our country, you're going to be faced with the most handsome group of soldiers that you've ever seen. So that's. I just wanted to bullshit a country. That's my. No, our national anthem would not be that song. It would be Lucio's "Pump It Up" jam from Overwatch. Raise the volume.
So your main export is bands, but your national anthem is that.
What's wrong with Lucio? He's a DJ that heals people.
Yeah. We have all seen the Cowboys animation.
This is my beat. This is my jam. This is my beat jam. But like, yeah. So that's my country of Narcissus. What is my bordering countries from you and him?
So I can give Maddie a little bit more time. Mine would be Smart Assistan.
Oh, great.
The main export or the main production the land is known for is obviously patented, copyright protected smart assery. So
is it just people that roll their eyes and look out
and make condescending one-liners all the time? Basically me.
God.
The one rule is you are better than anybody else. Except for Max, he's obviously better than you because he's ruling you, and who rules you while you are better than anybody else is obviously better than you. We are kind of an antagonistic country, but at the end of the day, we don't really... smart asses don't get their hands dirty. They don't fight themselves. So at the end of the day, we are peaceful, but we are constantly antagonizing everybody around us.
Wait, are your citizens called smart asses? Like, that's their citizen names?
Yes.
Okay, I can't judge. My citizens are named narcissists, so...
And the national anthem, obviously, is Walking on Sunshine.
That works.
I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa, I'm walking on sunshine. Time to feel good. Maddie, your time is up.
Yeah, Maddie, come on. What's bordering narcissist and smart assistan?
I don't know. Let's say it's because there seems to be a theme here with narcissism and delusions of grandeur here. I'm going to one up all of you and say it is the nation of Mary Sue. Population 1. Mary Sue is the only citizen. She rules the entire kingdom. But at the same time, she doesn't because she's only got one person to rule over, and that's herself. It's called a paradox.
It's a micronation. It's like Mollassia in Nevada.
Ah, beautiful.
It should be like the Luxembourg of our country. So it's right in between Narcissus and Smart Assistan, and there's just this tiny little pink spot on the map.
It's the best country in the world because it's Mary Sue's country. She's Mary Sue.
I'm Mary Sue. I'm Mary Sue.
You know the
Mary Sue.
You know the Buddy Holiday song Peggy Sue? Just change Peggy Sue to Mary Sue, and that's pretty much it. Mary Sue, Mary Sue, do you know why I feel blue, Mary?
That was a good question, Enigma. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that question. Let's see. Logic asks, if you could change something about a recent event without altering the present, what would you change and why? Recent can be anything up to 3 years in this context.
What was it? Could we change anything in recent history without altering the president?
The present.
Oh, this must be a Freudian mishear. Sorry, my bad. Wait, what can you change? But if you could change something about a recent event without altering the present.
So do you mean like the only thing that's altered is the thing you changed and there's no other big butterfly effect? Like you decided, hey, I'm not going to eat a peanut butter sandwich that day that gave me a stomachache. And when you come back to the present, there's not a civil war going on.
I assume so, because otherwise, hey, you can alter something, but it has no effect. What would it be? Huh?
Like, I guess mine would be I would go back in time and somehow to when I was flying over to where you were in June, and somehow make it so the plane actually arrives on time at my airport, so I didn't have a panic attack running through the skin.
Basically, picking any other airline than WOW.
No, can't go that far back. Besides, I mean, yeah, I guess I would do that. If I can go back in time, can I give myself more money so I can buy a better ticket?
I'm not sure what the mysterious powers of change something about a recent event encompass. So it might be that you also can magically have more money. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like I'm Marty McFly in this situation. I'm meeting young Key, slightly younger Key, and I'm like, Key, don't pick WOW. It's shit.
Recent history, events, changing. Where to start? Okay, let's try not to go into depressing territory. So
Yeah, please.
nothing about world politics. Then again, no. I would go there and slap whoever in the EU government behind closed doors came up with this, for now, rejected, but sadly not completely destroyed.
Article 13.
The entire approach to, hey, let's you see this internet thing which is doing well for about 30 years, or 20 years, let's fuck it up completely. Who everybody who was in this behind closed door room to even try to think about the person who first was like, hey guys, I have an idea what we should make a law about. Go in there, slap, and everything else would be fine.
I just imagine the guy asleep in bed, and he wakes up. He's like, I have an idea for a bill, and then just hit with a baseball bat.
No! I don't want to bludgeon him. Just slap him, but slap him with so much anger that the slap puts him in a coma for a month.
My thing was that if you hit him hard enough on the head, he'll forget.
Also
like it's just amnesia, and it's like, my work here is done.
But yeah, you guys.
What about you, Maddie? What would you change?
I would go back in time and tell Bruce Timm to not add on the Batgirl segment in The Killing Joke.
That's a very, very good idea.
This was within the last 3 years, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a big disappointment.
Hey, Bruce, hey, you know the thing that you're going to do with Batgirl? Yeah, can you not? You'll thank me later. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, the thing with the gay best friend and...
Yeah. Oh, God. If you're going to add on a segment before to make you more emotionally invested, base it on Jim Gordon, not Batgirl, because it's Jim Gordon that goes through the horrible thing in The Killing Joke. It makes more sense that we care more about him.
No, I changed my mind about what I'm going to go back in time over. I'm gonna go back in time and never teach ANY how to dab. So this domino of effects can never happen.
Why? What does dabbing make you feel like?
I'm just
I like how you're just like sitting up, like
especially this image right now of you looking over your dabbing ferret. I won't lie, it's very awkward.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The meme is seen on this live stream and talk about random crap. It's time for Awkward Cast. Random guests and funny gags is the Awkward Cast. Artists and analysis. You do not want to miss the Awkward Cast. It's the Awkward Cast.